What's up, everybody? How are you? How's everyone doing? Everyone doing okay? Did you sleep good last night? I slept very well. I'm your Nootropics information wizard, Ryan Michael Ballo. Thanks so much for watching. Check us out on the web at God damn it, livecortex.com, livecortex.com/blog. Big blog for Nootropics information. Just launched 84 of the podcasts yesterday or so on the dangers and the side effects of nootropics. It's actually pretty cool and important to listen to. Facebook.com/Cortex Stacks is where we are, so please like us there. 3 products support this broadcast. They're awesome. They're nootropic products. Here they are. Elite level nootropic products. Okay, number 1, we've got a stack, a nootropic stack. It's called Cortex. Exceptionally powerful stack in the eyes of our users. I mean, look, if you want focus, motivation, verbal fluency, mental energy, buy a bottle of Cortex. Right now, coupon code 5, FIVE, saves you $5 on what's being called the only pre-made nootropic stack that actually works. Livecortex.com. Buy a bottle. You'll love it. If you need my help personally on anything related to nootropics, we have a consulting service. It's basically a 40-minute Skype call with me and 15 additional email correspondences. We mostly help people figure out stacks that really are kick-ass for them. And if you're new to nootropics, we wrote a book for you. It's called Smarter, Better, Faster. It's the #1 book on nootropics on the planet, on the web, and it's digital. You can download it. Teaches you everything, gives you many stacks. Okay, so got an email from a guy asking about megadosing on Noopept, and should he megadose Noopept? He's one of those nootropic non-responders, hasn't responded to a whole lot of other stuff. Nothing really even seems to do anything for him. Like he said, he noticed a mild benefit from one of their racetams, Racetam. You know, a little bit of working memory, but he couldn't distinguish between that and placebo. So he's like, shit, he's like, my next thing now is to megadose Noopept, 15 milligrams, which is the normal dose, didn't work. And I would say this, if I can think back to all the people that I've dealt with on Noopept and megadosing Noopept, and then try to, bring in all of the anecdotals I found on the web, of which there are many, of megadosing Noopept, I would say probably 20% of people who don't respond to racetams at regular doses do favorably respond to higher dose Noopept. I'm talking about like 40 to 80 milligrams of Noopept, typically taken like 10 to 15 or 20 milligrams, like kind of 30 max. And thereafter, interestingly enough, a lot of those folks don't need to take those higher doses to get the same effect. So it's like they almost need an attack dose of Noopept. An attack dose is defined as just like a super high dose of a particular compound that one might need to take initially to get the brain sensitized to it, to sort of start the process of whatever the mechanistic underpinning is of the particular nootropic compound. And then after that, they respond to a lot lower doses of it, even regular doses. So, I mean, you ought to read Smarter, Better, Faster, because in that we actually give a whole bunch of reasons why people don't respond to nootropics and what to do about it. Because there's things. I mean, some people just need to take B vitamins with Noopept. It's as simple as that. It sounds stupid, but I mean, some people just need to. Some people need to take B vitamins, magnesium, and calcium with Noopept for it to work. It sounds crazy, but I mean, they need to. Some people need to take Noopept, B vitamins, magnesium, calcium, and a particular choline source in a particular quantity. So 170 milligrams alpha GPC. And then they respond to Noopept, right? So it's all about, you ought to read that first and figure that out. But other than that, if you've exhausted all your options, megadose the Noopept. The worst that can happen is you'll engage too much of the mechanism of Noopept. One of them, which is a cholinosensitizing effect on the stimulation of acetylcholine to brain neurons. And you might run into you might be irritable, or you might have brain fog, or you might like temporarily have like some verbal fluency issue or something. And at that point, you've taken too much, and that maybe your dose is like a little less than that. So if that happens at 80 milligrams, shoot for 60, and then go from there. But yeah, I mean, look, I've seen many times people need to take attack doses of nootropics, and then because they haven't responded to other things, and they've exhausted all their other strategies to try to get themselves to respond to other nootropics, and the attack doses worked. And in, this is an estimation because I actually haven't tried to extrapolate the data, but in probably 50% of those people, the attack doses, the super mega high doses, don't last that long. They don't need to last that long, and thereafter they can actually take pretty regular maintenance doses of the particular nootropic compound, and it works well for them. Okay, so that's my take on it. Excuse me. I'm not entirely sure why people who've gone through the litany of stuff that we suggest, B vitamins, magnesium, calcium, all this other stuff, taking pharmaceutical compounds that they're taking out of their regimen, exercising, sleeping well, etc., and they can't respond to regular dose nootropics. I'm not entirely sure why attack doses or mega doses work for them. I mean, why they just need a blast of the particular thing. It's almost like you think that their brain needs a jump start or something, kind of like a car does, and then it works again. Like, it's the same concept. Not that the brain is so simple that it works like a car in that regard, but I mean, comparing the two, looking at that analogy is sort of useful in this context. Okay, Ryan at livecortex.com. If you have a question about nootropics, I'd be delighted to answer it on the web if I know the answer. I give you some insight on it. Our stuff, the Cortex Stack right now, $28 using the coupon code 5. Cortex is one of those stacks that, whether you respond to certain nootropics or not, like most folks respond to. Like, we didn't make it to be subtle, made it kind of to kick your ass and to be significant. Coupon code 5 gets you a bottle of Cortex for $28. It's pretty awesome, dude. And if you need my help personally, we've got a consulting service on nootropics. Doctors, business people, corporate folks, everybody else in between uses that service nearly every day. Get that at livecortex.com. And if you're new to nootropics and you truly want to understand, how to cycle, how to use nootropics, the best stacks there are, how to use Racetams, how to use Noopept, how to use Alcar, Uridine, everything else in between, buy Smarter, Better, Faster. Read it ideally 10 to 15 times so that you really understand the information, but minimally, like 5 times. Even if you read it once, you'll get some good value out of it. There's a lot of stacks in there, okay? Get this stuff at livecortex.com. And thanks for watching. Talk to you next time. What's up, everybody? Ryan Michael Balla here. Hey, thanks for watching the video. Look, we've got, as it stands, 5 primary products that I want to just explain to you. You heard us mention them during the video, so I'm going to break them down. Number 1, from left to right, the Cortex Nootropics Stack. This is a cognitive enhancement stack that you really want to take to turn the lights on. Just to give you an idea, hardcore business folks that require 18 to 20 hours of brain function, take the Cortex Stack. That's what we initially designed it for, but then like everybody in the nootropic sphere loved it. Verbal fluency, speed of processing, motivation, drive to want to work. That's what the Cortex Stack does. Moving right along, the Aniracetam guide there, that is called the Beginner's Guide to Aniracetam, breaks down 25 powerful Aniracetam stacks, shows you how to use Aniracetam. It's essentially the everything guide to Aniracetam. Long demanded, folks asked us for it, we delivered. It is fully digital, lots of powerful stacks. And then there's the Nootropic Stacks for the business professional. That's basically 100, right around 100 powerful uridine, modafinil, theacrine, aniracetam, oxiracetam, phenylpiracetam, Alcar stacks for business situations, for the type of brain states that business folks need for sustained performance. Next is the Racetam God guide. That is a high-level every Racetam guide, digital guide. We've got all the major Racetams with accompanying focus stacks and memory stacks and speed of processing stacks. In that Racetam. There's 8 major nootropic Racetams, and that guide explains all of them and accompanying stacks. Then there's the Noopept Pro Stack List. The Noopept Pro Stack List is a digital guide that explains oral, so just taking it by mouth, sublingual, taking it under the tongue, and then intranasal, spraying Noopept nasal spray in your nose, stacks. It's just a bunch of stacks, a giant stack list of Noopept stacks that are highly effective, pro-level, specific brain state inducing type of Noopept stacks. That thing has been a hit out there with the market. And then last, there's Smarter, Better, Faster. Smarter, Better, Faster is the all-around, everything nootropics digital guide. If you just want to learn everything, many Racetams, modafinil, etc., get Smarter, Better, Faster. It's like the guide you need to know if you're new to nootropics, to learn basically everything and to walk away knowing what you need to know on nootropics. Thanks so much for listening. Thanks so much for watching. Get this stuff at livecortex.com and rock on.